Hey guys, this is Punisher from WalkingDeadArmy.com. Don't revive me, bro. And I wanted to talk about Battlefield and its current state as far as game performance, in particular with my rig, because as of right now, the game is pretty much unplayable. I mean, yes, I can play the game, but it's not enjoyable for me because there's some serious performance problems that are happening with my rig. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, just to set you up, I am on Siege of Shanghai. Okay, this is TDM map. Currently, there's one other person in here, but I come in here because this is one of the maps that I really struggle with performance. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I have. Okay, I have my rig. Okay, it's an AMD FX 6200 6-core processor. Okay, I do not have it overclocked, so it's running stock speed, which is 3.8 gigahertz, and I turbo is 4.1. Right. I have an XFX 7950 double D. Okay, I typically run it overclocked to 7970 settings. So I actually run it at 1050 and 1350. So 1050 for the core clock and 1350 for the memory. I run 8 gig of RAM, solid state drive, 120 gig solid state, and I run Windows 8.1 Pro 64-bit. Okay, matter of fact, I just installed it. So, and I've also got all the latest drivers. I'm running the AMD 1311 Beta, I think 9.4s, which is the ones they just come out with to support COD Ghost. And I also am running, I just installed the new Realtek drivers. Okay, so I've actually ran this with Windows 8. I had just had Windows 8, and I was seeing the same issues. Okay, but this is what I'm seeing. Now this map here, as you saw before, I was running through this map, and I was getting anywhere from 40 to 50 frames. I know for a fact that the 7950 should be performing better than this. Okay, I'm running medium settings. There is one ultra setting, but mostly medium settings. Okay, because that's the best frame rates I get. If I run in low settings, I actually get worse frame rates. Okay, now in this little area of the map here, if I'm looking, where I was just running from, I get really high frame rates. And if you were to look on my look at Afterburner, which I run to monitor my GPUs, you would see that my GPU usage was somewhere around 75-80%. But now running back through here, my GPU usage has dropped down to 30%. And I'm also, my CPU usage in Windows is about, right around 73%. And it pretty much stays right there. It doesn't really fluctuate that much in Windows. But as you can see, I have the perf overlay showing. Okay, that's in case you don't know how to run that, you hit your tilde key to get to console, and then type perf overlay dot draw graph space 1, and you get this perf overlay that shows CPU and GPU usage, and it shows it in pretty high resolution. And what you're seeing here is actually a bunch of CPU spikes, and I don't think that's normal. I think the graph should be somewhat smoother than that, I can imagine. But I've noticed that over time, it actually gets worse. And, now think about this. I'm running this system that I have. The recommended requirements for Battlefield, not the minimum, but the recommended requirements, is an AMD 6-core processor. Okay, check, got that. And a 7870. Okay, well, I have a 7950 running at 7970 clock speeds. So I'm exceeding the video card. I have 8 gig of RAM, and I have a solid state drive. Okay, I meet or exceed the recommended settings for Battlefield that's put out by DICE and EA. Okay, so in my opinion, I should be running a solid 60 frames per second on each of these maps that Battlefield has put out. As it is right now, there's only one little spot on this map that I can get above 60 frames, and that's with that's with nobody on this server. Okay, if this server were full of people right now, I would not be able to get above 40 frames. And I'm going to show you what I mean here in just a second, because I'm going to join a server that's full of people, and I will show you the performance that I have in that map, because it's just ridiculous. And you'll notice also, you'll see that my CPU spikes get worse. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and join this new server. Now this next thing is going to be live commentary, so I'm going to be pausing this stuff while I'm playing. But just take a listen, and we'll go through it. In a 64-player server, this is the DRMB server. My ping's about a 40. Actually, it's a 22. My ping's a 22. Okay, I'm seeing right now about anywhere from 35, 40 frames. As you can see, my spikes are going up. This server right now currently has 54 people in it. Okay, running the same settings I was just running in, but this has definitely got more people in it. And as you can see, I can barely get above 40 frame rates. I mean, this is unplayable. It really is, especially when you get around shots and stuff, because you start stuttering like crazy. And I've just turned this on. You can see my lag spikes are going up now. Depending on what happens with the action, you know, the lag spikes can go up more. But this is not what I should be seeing when I have guys with lower quality video cards that are saying that they're running 90 to 100 frames and high. Well, I have probably, in my opinion, probably one of the top 5 video cards that NVIDIA puts out. And, you know, and I'm barely able to run 30, 40 frames. So, you know, as you can see, I mean, it just depends on where you're looking. Frame rates go up to 60s. But it's unplayable. It really is. When you have a game that is going to go from 60 frames to 30 frames in a matter of a second, and you have this stuttering from the CPU where it's having these lag spikes, it's just, you know, I don't know what to say. I just hate to think that, you know, this is the way it's going to be for this game, but unfortunately, if this is the way it's going to be, I'm not going to be able to play it. And I'm not one of those guys that can go out and afford to buy the latest and greatest hardware, you know, to have a supercomputer to be able to run this game efficiently. And, you know, so I'm hoping that Battlefield can come up, or somebody can figure out a way to get this fixed. Whether it's drivers, whether, you know, it's just optimization with the software or what. But, you know, I'm almost, you know, ready to just wipe my hands of it, to be honest with you, because as it is, it's just not fun for me. And you know, fortunately, I was fortunate that somebody actually got this game for me. I didn't have to buy it, so so in that case, I'm not really out of anything. I know that this is something that I like to do. I like promoting Battlefield. I like promoting my YouTube channel. I like doing videos. It's something fun for me to do. But, you know, it's just so much that you can do when you're playing a game, and you know, you sit there and hit a guy just like you saw there 8 or 9 freaking times, and you waste a clip on the guy and it's not registering properly. You can't get consistent frame rates. You can't play the game whenever you get shot at. Your CPU bottoms out. You start seeing the lag spikes like you just saw when I was getting shot. So, and this is just my rant. I hope, you know, you guys understand. And listen, if you guys have similar problems, you need to put your voice out there and speak up to dice. I know that there's some pretty popular YouTubers battlefielders like Epona, Snoo603 that have talked to me about this, saying that they have similar problems, that they're seeing a lot of frame variation and CPU spikes and stuttering, and for people like that, like Snoo, for instance, who's has a really popular YouTube channel, has a community that has been really involved in Battlefield and has done some great things. And Epona, is probably one of the more popular gamers, period, but probably the most popular female gamer that I know of in terms of Battlefield. That has probably a lot better computer than what I have, and they're having the same issues. I know, for instance, Epona, she was telling me she has two 7950s in Crossfire, and she's still having the exact same frame rate problems I'm having, where she goes from 70 to 30, and no matter what setting she goes, sets up in, it's still the same thing. So it's very frustrating for me. That is what I didn't talk about. I can run low settings, and I can run medium, I can run high, and they all basically stay the same as far as frame rates go. I might be lucky to get maybe 3 or 4 frames different. The only time that you actually really do see a frame rate drop per se is when I run full ultra. Then I do see a pretty drastic decrease in frame. But low, medium, high, there's no change. It stays what it is. And it's frustrating for me to have to just play like that. And I like playing this game. I know I'm better than what I play at, and it's, I don't know, that's just frustrating, and I'm rambling on about it, but it just sucks. It really does. I'm just fed up with it, and but anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hopefully get some help, though, like I said before, from these AMD guys that I was told about. Maybe they can see something, and maybe they can see something that I don't know, and maybe have some ideas. But I can only uninstall and reinstall drivers so many times, and and this with this setup I'm running right now, this is a fresh install of 8.1. I just installed this and got all my drivers updated, got BIOS updated, and and this is what I'm dealing with. So. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you listening, and I hope, like I said, I hope there's some resolve. Maybe Mantle is the answer. Maybe we'll see that Mantle is Mantle's going to be the be the answer for all this, and come December, late December, I guess we'll find out. But as of right now, I'm stuck with crappy frame rates. I'm stuck with stuttering. I'm stuck with a computer that can run Battlefield 3 at 120 frames easily, and I can stream and I can record no problem, to this where I can barely maintain 30, 40, 50 frames, and and play the game effectively. So, but anyway, guys, also this is Thanksgiving coming up. I wanted to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope everything is safe. I hope you enjoy your family time together, and and I hope you're having a better experience with this game than I am. So, y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you later, and I'll see you on the other side.